Michelle. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a pre-loved haul showing a few items that I picked up recently, and I'm also going to give you 5 tips as well on shopping pre-loved, so let's get into it. Okay y'all, so I have been focusing on buying a lot of my items pre-loved and vintage lately, like handbags, jewelry, all of the things, because quality is so much better, especially for vintage pieces. And pre-loved, I buy them because it's like I don't want to pay full retail price, so if I can get a gently used item for a fraction of the price, like it's kind of like, why not, you know? So that's been my go-to recently because I just have not been wanting to pay full price for a handbag. This economy is bad, we're practically in a recession, so it's kind of like I have been like more focused on spending my money wisely. So I picked up a few things. Last month was my birthday month, so I did get 3 bags. One of the bags, I got this one a little early. I got it before my birthday, but I showed this one in a haul. It's this Loewe Barcelona bag. So I really love this. It's a crossbody bag. I have the strap put in, but I'll insert me wearing it crossbody. But I love this bag. I got this bag from the Real. So the first tip that I'm going to give you is to do your research. If there's a bag that you're really wanting, I would definitely recommend just do a whole bunch of research so you can like know everything about the bag, like the style of the bag, the year the bag was made, all of the details about the bag. Look on different websites that are selling a bag. If you have like stores locally as well, like a Real locally or something, go in there and actually look at the bags, get a feel for the bag to see if that's what you really want. And if it's a bag that you really want and you see it on one website, don't just buy it right away. Just look on different websites to compare the pricing. Just do a lot of comparison to make sure that you're getting the best deal, the best price and everything. So definitely recommend doing that before actually buying the bag. So this one I got from the Real. I did a lot of research on this bag, and the Real had it for a steal of a deal. It was like a final sale item. But they do have this option now where you can actually pay additional. So if you need to return it, you can. So I did pay that additional because this was a really good price. And I was a little skeptical a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But once I got it, everything was fine. Quality was great. And I did so much research to where I could authenticate it myself, honestly. So definitely recommend. The first tip is to do a lot of research. So this is the second bag that I got. This is a vintage bag, so it's no longer available, but this is from Louis Vuitton. This is a St. Cloud MM bag, and when I saw this style of bag online, I just fell in love with this bag. I'm like, this is so cute, and like it's comparable to kind of like, I would say, I guess you can compare it a little bit to like the Pochette Matisse a little bit, but it's not top handle. But I just feel like this is a really cute bag, and it's almost old as me. Okay, so this bag was made September 1993. I did want to get it September of my birth year, but they didn't have it available for that year, so 93 works for me. And yeah, I did a lot of research on this bag too, and I definitely love this bag. So it's a crossbody bag. I put the straps inside too, just when I'm like actually storing it, but I love this bag. The crossbody is everything, and adjustable straps as well, so I love that. And yeah, I just felt like I just needed just an everyday crossbody bag that I could just throw on when I'm running errands, and I just felt like this was the perfect bag to have. And I got this in an auction on eBay, Japanese eBay, from the seller Monoshare. So they have a lot of great reviews as well. So my second tip would be to do your research on the seller. So first, I said research the bag, make sure you know everything about the bag. Second, research the sellers. Make sure that you're buying from a reputable seller. And you can do that by looking at the reviews if you're purchasing from eBay, or if you're purchasing from resale sites like Fashion Foul, The Real Real, Bestiaire Collective. Do your research. They have sellers on the sites for Bestiaire Collective, so look at those reviews as well, like you would look at the eBay reviews. And for The Real Real and Fashion Foul, you can look online, different reviews on people experiences. There's also a lot of YouTube reviews as well. And I would say for those, especially Fashion Foul, I haven't had any issues with Fashion Foul. I haven't had any issues with The Real Real either, but I know some people have. So just be mindful when you're buying. Make sure you're doing your own research as well. Make sure you know everything that you need to know about the bag or shoes, whatever you're purchasing. Make sure you know everything about them. And also, and my next tip, it's gonna lean into my next tip, okay? So tip number 3, and I'm gonna show you the third bag that I got. So tip number 3 is to get the bag authenticated. So if you're purchasing, especially vintage or pre-loved, especially if you're buying from like Bestiaire Collective, get the bag authenticated. So there are a lot of different sites online where you can get your bag authenticated. And also if you have a local place as well, you can definitely get it authenticated that way. And also do a lot of research to where you can authenticate yourself. Like if you actually get online, do a whole bunch of research, you look at the bag hundreds of times, you will be able to pretty much authenticate the bag yourself. So definitely recommend doing that, especially when you're buying from an independent seller on these platforms as well. So the third bag that I got is this Loewe Tricolor mini puzzle. This is so cute. I have been wanting, I'm a puzzle girl. I love Loewe. It's something about Loewe brand. I really love it. So this is my second puzzle. The first puzzle I got is like this lavender puzzle, but I wanted a puzzle where I can wear it like every day and it goes with just about everything. And this was it. I love this. Super cute. It can fit a lot in here, and I got it for a steal of a deal. So definitely referring back to tip number 1. For this, I did do a whole bunch of research. I was eyeing them, saving them, going back, checking the prices. One seller that I had my eye on this, I think for maybe like 2 or 3 months before I actually bought it, and they dropped the price like almost in half. So when I saw they dropped their price, I snagged it up super quick. So buying pre-loved, buying vintage, all of the things, it's a waiting game. It's not something, if you want to get something right now, you just need to go to the store and buy it. If you're really trying to get the best deal possible, it's going to take some time. So definitely took me a few months to get her, but so worth the wait. And I have been wearing this non-stop since I got it. So definitely recommend getting your bag authenticated to make sure that you ain't getting played, because stuff is too expensive now to, you know, be getting finessed. So definitely get your bag authenticated. So the next 2 items that I picked up, they're shoes. So I got these from The Real Real. First pair of shoes I got are these Gaia shoes. I hate touching shoes. Are these Gaia shoes. They are super cute. I love these. I feel like these would be like perfect for fall. And I got these for a really good price on The Real Real. I saw it, I had to get it. It's very unique, and I wanted like a comfortable heel that I can wear, you know, pretty much all the time. Love this. So when it comes to buying, especially shoes, this is the next tip, is to know the company's return policy. So I bought 3 pairs of shoes. 1 pair I couldn't return and 2 that I could. So I did have to return 1 pair. So if you're buying shoes, make sure that you know your size, and especially if you can't return it, or if you really don't know for sure, make sure that the shoes you can return the bag as well. Like if you're not really sure about the bag, you need to be able to return it because you may not like it. I got this one in like a 41.5. especially because it's a sling bag and it's a pointy toe shoe. I knew I probably needed that extra length, so I'm usually like a 41, so I just got the 41 and a half, and it fits perfect. And I don't have any shoes from Gaia, so I didn't know how they would actually fit. So glad that I got these shoes, and they were returnable, so if they did not fit, I would have been able to return them. So yes, this is super cute. Next pair of heels I got, they are a shorter heel too. These are Manolo Blahniks. I love this shoe. It's a little purple heel, and I love it. Look at the details around the ankle. This is really cute, and I got this for a super silver deal too. If you want to get more quality shoes, I definitely recommend starting the Preloved route. The Real has a lot of great shoe options, so I definitely recommend checking out shoes there. You'll be able to get them for, like, when I say a fraction of the price, like sometimes like a tenth of the price of the actual shoe. So this shoe was really cute. Definitely been getting a lot of wear, so it wasn't in like the best condition, but it's still, they still took really good care of it. Now this one, like, they only wore it once. I could tell they actually wore this shoe. The other one, the Gaia ones, they may have worn it once. It looked practically brand new, but these definitely have some wear to them. Like, you can see the bottom. But these were returnable as well. No, so these, I could not return these. So I have quite a few Manolo Blahniks, so I got these in a 41 and a half, and I knew that would fit perfectly. So I was good on that. But if I wasn't good on that, I would have had to, like, probably resell it. I wouldn't be able to return it back to the Real. So this is one of those items where I took a risk because I know my sizing, and I just knew that I would be pretty much good. But I wouldn't recommend, if you haven't really bought any shoes from the actual brand and you don't really know what size you would need, I wouldn't recommend just blind buying shoes that's not returnable. Definitely make sure that you're reading a return policy and know what you're getting yourself into before you actually buy. I'm gonna give a summary of this. So I would say do your research, multiple websites. Don't just, if you see something that you want, don't just buy it on the first site that you get. Do your research on the item that you want to buy as well. Make sure that you know everything about the item before you actually purchase it. Make sure that you can almost pretty much authenticate it yourself. The third tip is get the bag authenticated. There's sites online you can get a bag authenticated for like $20-some. So I would definitely recommend getting your stuff, especially your handbags. Get your bags authenticated. Shoes, I don't feel like you really need to get the shoes authenticated, but for bags, definitely get that authenticated. 4 is to buy from a reputable seller. You do a lot of research, look at the reviews, and make sure that you're buying from a legit person, a legit site. And tip number 5 is to know the company's return policy, know what you're getting yourself into. And yes, so these are some items that I picked up recently that I really love. Now, my favorite for handbags, Fashion File all day. Definitely haven't had any issues with them. Then the Real, then Vestiaire Collective, Poshmark, eBay. Yeah, so I've shopped from all of those sites and I haven't had any issues, but definitely still do your research. Make sure that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into before you purchase. And yes, I definitely recommend, I definitely recommend shopping local too, especially when it comes to vintage pieces like jewelry, accessories, all of that. I have been loving shopping local lately, buying like a lot of vintage earrings, bracelets, necklaces, all of the things. So definitely recommend supporting local as well. Go to local vintage stores, go to local thrift stores as well. Just, support local. And yeah, so hope you guys like this video. I hope I wasn't all over the place and that you kind of got something out of it. I don't want to just continue to just do like hauls showing like what I got. I want this to be helpful for you too and for you to get something out of it. So let me know if you like videos like this. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you do. And thanks so much for watching. Bye.